All right, gold smashed, dollar up, markets up. This trade deal with China is was just really the catalyst to do that extra short squeeze move there. So dollar up nicely, venturing towards 103. It should. It'll probably fade there and come back down, test the lows. That's the point where the market should actually come down to. S&P, look at that. Like it opened above a resistance I thought we'd never take out. Close a high of day, wants to keep going. Can definitely be allowed to do so. The media is definitely helping out. And also, if you look at the DAX, it's a bit of a cheat. The German markets, look what they've done. You can go all the way to new highs from a massive low. That normally that's not allowed, but you can, even with the market being fundamentally weak as it is. So, and that's really inflation being priced in. In the last 10, 20 years, it's just been basically inflation. So S&P, is allowed to go all the way up. It's always a bit behind the DAX, but that's what's possible. But otherwise, yeah, market's up. Dollar up. Looks like they can continue. Gold down. Silver not down that much. So gold all the way back down to 3,200. Nice bounce off the last low. Makes sense. Today we're bouncing. Nothing too relevant unless you start closing above this. So the trend and watch this flush. And if you start closing below 3,200, honestly, I mean, yeah, this was a little bit of a zone, but I don't see that really holding out. If you close below 3,200, you should really flush down to the ascending support, which is about 3,100. But obviously, you can go lower and then reclaim a little bit by the end of the day so that the daily candle is still within the ascending. So I'm watching a flushed 3,100 on a daily. I think that provides a great opportunity to buy some quality senior gold miners, which is what it's all about, which is what I was doing yesterday, just in case it doesn't do that flush. And we've seen the flush. Now, silver is still following the markets. Like gold down 3%, silver should be down 7, 8, 9%, something crazy. Instead, we were like unchanged, almost green. And today, with gold bouncing, silver's also going up. In fact, silver's looking like it's pretty strong. It's reclaimed $33. And between yesterday and today, it was a nice green day. So silver really still hedged opposite of gold. It's really strange. It's like silver stocks are down 3% yesterday, whilst senior gold, mid-tier silver stocks were down 3.5%. I don't care what StilJ says. And even StilJ, look at that, minus 4%. Whilst gold stocks, senior gold stocks, Agnicos and Barracks are down 8, 9, 10%. That's I understand why it's happening, but it doesn't make sense really. It's like it's weird to see. But it's continuing. Silver up. I mean, gold and silver being up today together, that makes sense, but still. Yeah, you know what I mean. So the miners, let's start with GDX, which is pure senior gold. That was down hard, still holding its support just about 46.50-ish. Close near low of day, but with the bounce today, we should be probably in the 47s. I don't know if we venture into the gap, but it's kind of irrelevant today. Just let's just hold to see what happens. You just need to see what happens, but we're gonna hold this level. If gold flushes, especially gold, then the GDX will have its own ascending support, which by now is about here, right? 43. That's a big move, so that'll take several days. You need to watch gold flush out and then have a few days where it just stabilizes, then you can safely pick up here. And that, for me, what a buy the dip. Nothing's changed. These guys are printing money. The earnings are amazing. This is where I want to park my money for the next couple of years, long term. And I trimmed already the move up too much. I'm really looking forward to the dip. I did buy already. And with the Friday move, I was holding because I bought a dip, and then Friday we were looking so good to make new all-time highs. My portfolio was at new all-time highs, and all of a sudden today, just the opposite move. Look at that. You're closing there. Miners look like they just wanted to scream up. If I look at SIL, for example, which is very similar to GDX, look where we were on Friday. I didn't do a video on Friday, but if I did, I would be talking only about the resistance levels we have all the way up and how much percentage moves we can make. And today, I'm talking about your support zones, SIL just below 39. So look at this between the 2 days, just two extremes. So I'm just leaving the range quite wide too. But for me, what a buy the dip opportunity. So I wasn't. I think I bought on Thursday or down here. I forgot. I bought the dip. And yesterday I bought again the dip. And if we go down, I'm buying that dip, nibbling into the best of the best. I'll go through it when I go to my portfolio. But GDX and SIL are pretty similar. GDXJ all the way down, holding support still just mid 58s. You can see that on Friday we were just so close to testing 67 and really squeezing. It's crazy actually, but I welcome it because what an opportunity. And that down 8%, you got to buy that dip. And if we start closing below 3,200 and flushing, GDXJ down you go to hereish. What a huge move that would be. And I'll be buying all of like a 10% move almost. That would take maybe 2, 3 big bad days, but I'll be buying so much, Agnico, Barracks, Pan America, I Am Gold, Equinox, the best of the best. To be honest, I own, I think, most of the best ones. SilJ down, not that much because of silver's relative outperformance. So they will probably be venturing a little bit higher, drifting. This is not, I'm just leaving the ranges. So 42.75 on the downside, on the upside, 11.5 on the downside. That's pretty secure. But you just got to let it happen now, Let's go test one of the extremes. So let's just take GDX. I bought this level, right? I bought this, I'm leaving it. If we start to flush 3,200 and go down, I'm going to wait for 43s. Maybe I'll nibble on the way down a little bit at 44 if that's a bit too much, but I'm just going to leave that. All right, let's look at the portfolio. All right, Newmont. Oh, I've forgotten I was buying sporadically yesterday. Newmont I bought. I think it was like a small 10% ad or something, or 5% ad. Um, yeah, I forgot where, but I bought that sort of this testing of this low, and you can see already we were venturing lower than that. So next level is 49 for me. And again, if we really flush down, there's your sort of 46-ish zone. It's a massive buy zone for the ascending. That's really if gold flushes to a whole new level lower. Let's check Barrett Gold. That's come all the way down. Look at that. I bought that. I mean, it's basically testing its ascending, right? It's testing its last low, so that makes sense. But where's your ascending support? It's just below. So once you're in the 17s, that's the thing is, if you flush a whole new level, yeah, it's going to go even lower, low 17s. I'm prepared to buy that. I'm prepared to buy 17 point, whatever you want to call it, seven something. And then it keeps going, okay, leave it, leave it, leave it. All right, 17.11, buy that. And if you want to go all the way lower, that's cool. I'm in it for the long run. I think this is stupid, this big move down. I welcome it with open arms. Agnico, my favorite stock. Bam. Of course I was buying that. I thought this was support. It was, but we opened on it. I think I bought actually quite high up. I actually think I bought that support. But anyway, I was buying like 2 or 3 times yesterday. 106, I remember 106. And if it keeps going lower, amazing. Just, I think 100 is a level, right? Used to be a nice big number, but also happens to coincide with ascending. So just above 100, I think, is also support. If it keeps going, cool, I'll buy that too. I'm nibbling on the way down. Very, very structured. The thesis has not changed, so this is a gift. Pan American Silver. This is crazy stuff. So day before Friday, I was like, finally, we're gonna hit this 28 and squeeze, start making your all-time highs. And then you're down 15%. This is absolutely insane. I mean, this range is crazy. I don't even know where to put this. I'll just leave it there, actually. Um, yeah, so you're at a level. This one goes all the way. I mean, it's now created a small support because that's too much of a move lower, but I bought a lot of Pan America yesterday. Quite a lot, 23s. I forgot where else. I must have bought higher too. But this one was a nibble one. This one I was nibbling a lot. If we go all the way back down to 21-ish, I don't want to get greedy. Let's move that up a bit. I'll be buying the hell out of that. It's already worth quite a lot though. I've really refilled its value. So this one I'm leaving. But those are your zones. Uh, I'm not looking to sell this on any small bounce. This is one for the long-term hold. It's going to go to 30 and squeeze higher. So just taking advantage of the buys. I just need gold and silver to settle down. And I really want to see what gold does. Silver, I think I can count on silver holding. what if the market goes down? What does silver do? We've got to see that. And what does gold do? And how does Pan America react? I just want to nibble cautiously every 3, 4, 5% a little bit, maybe 5% now, and just let it play out a little bit more. But this one, very happy to add to this one. Wheaton, another one that tested its support, nibbled on this one. Can it go lower? Yes, it can. Look at that low close. If it goes down another level, I've got around 74-ish as your next level, which coincides with ascending support now. So that should be very, very strong. Yeah, so that's very strong. Probably start buying a bit above, but I was happy to buy that. Not very often you see Wheaton down 8%. You just buy that. It's long-term money printer. Franco Nevada is the sister of Wheaton. And look at that, straight down, filled the gap, kept going, closed below. This added to this one. This one, I've got the next level, 152. You know what? It's not really a level. It used to be, but I'm just going to leave it. Give it greater breathing air. It's going to be the ascending support, 150. Why not? Big number. 150 near the ascending support. Let's see if it gets there. Um, that's your level now. Yeah, nice big. That's a level lower, right? These dropped a level. That's down 6.5%. And it's a quality senior. I added to it. Metalla. My policy is not to touch Metalla. I did nothing. It wasn't even down that much compared to the senior one. So this one would not be surprised if it keeps going lower. It follows gold down, which makes sense. Okay. um, Aris Mining, which has done so well. Big down day, 7.5%, close at low of day. It should be coming all the way back down to retest this breakout low five. So another move lower. Even if gold is like up, like a day like today, Aris Mining is a type of stock that can actually make a big move lower, continue the move lower. So this one I am not chasing. I'm just watching. If it really moves down extraordinary levels, then I'll buy it back because it's a quality mover. It really has performed very, very well. But I'm not racing to chase it. I prefer the seniors that I feel are more undervalued and more dependable. Although this one's done very well. I Am Gold, I think, is an absolute quality stock. And I think a 10% move down warrants adding. So I did. Next level is around here, which actually we kind of tested if you think about it. It hit 620. For me, this level is 610. It's the same thing. So I bought I Am Gold, another move down in gold. If that flushes 3,200, goes to 3,100 or something, or 3,000, you're going to get I Am Gold in the mid fives. That's a huge buy. We were at like 8.5 a few days ago. So serious buy the dip candidate. I love it. These quality ones going down 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11%. It's absolutely amazing. Pan American 15% at one point. It's just I still have so much cash on the sidelines and this is my opportunity. Although I know it can go lower than we think. So just little 5% nibbles here and there. Equinox, that hit its kind of support zone. I mean, you could even say this is your support because it didn't hit last low. Go on, close at low of day. This one could flush more down to 5.5 there. It's got very strong support because it's starting to have two support zones coinciding. So yeah, another level low, and this one is a violent buy for me. B2 Gold didn't test its last low yet. I said I wouldn't touch B2 Gold unless it goes down to the mid twos. Another level drop, and you're there. I welcome that. For now, really, it's just these stocks up here, the seniors, the Newmonts, the Barracks, Ignicos, Pan America, Wheatons, Franco Nevadas. I bought all of that. And then I bought the mid tiers, Equinox and I Am Gold. I bought that. Still gold stocks, mid tier gold stocks, senior gold stocks, the best of the best. And I touched nothing else. So, these ones, they have to go down another level for me to buy. The silver stocks, by the way, I'm not there yet, but didn't buy any of them. Didn't buy any of them. SPSW, that one did, well, that one got smashed. And I don't really consider this a pure gold stock. So I was focused on the senior gold stock. So I did nothing with this one. Let it come down, test its old low. This one I'm just not willing to buy, just holding what I've got. This one's crazy, and the value just moves so much, and it's hard to call. I mean, look at that. That's a crazy choppy chart. Okay, let's check out the silver stocks. First Majestic, nothing special. Nothing special, just within its levels. Yesterday was just a sideways day, down 1%. It's so strange. You see the Nico Eagle down 9.5% and First Majestic's down 1. I mean, explain that unless it's news, like, earnings or something. And there was no news. It was just the markets, gold and silver moving. It's really weird to see something like that. But I welcome it. Silver up today. We'll probably retest sort of 620 or something like that, which is still its, well, there you go. Those are its levels. On the way up, you got here. It's going to encounter resistance, obviously, over here, and support should be this ascending, creeping support level. So wait for it to break out. That needs silver to react. I still think silver is more likely to break to the upside than anything else. So that will definitely see First Majestic break out. Fortuna still bouncing despite a weak drop on earnings. It still didn't have a red day, despite gold being down 3%. So again, silver and gold, just the difference in the miners is spectacular stuff. Um, yeah, this one will bounce a bit more today. Probably retest this 5.8 since silver's doing a nice day. If silver squeezes, we're going to be retesting. I don't care about this bad news. We're straight back up at 620 and soon breaking out of 680. So let's just leave it as it is. This is all correct. CDE, so strong. So I didn't talk about Friday. Friday, I made me so much money on Friday, and I thought, my God, it's time to look at nine. CD is my favorite silver stock again. I'd always say it's my favorite. Then it sort of lost its place, and now it's totally reclaimed it. But look at this candle. Like it's only down 2.5% with the Igni goes down 10. So it's definitely following the silver stock momentum. But look at the candle. It opens there and just closes a high of day. Honestly, with silver up today, you're probably going to take out 8 in CDE. It's stuff like that that explains why my portfolio is still really, really high despite the drop. I mean, if we start to close above 8, honestly, what's stopping this to go to 9? And what if silver starts to break out? Like 33.7, 34, 34.5. CDE is just going to go crazy. Parabolic 11, this stuff that I was always dreaming of. Now is the time. If silver starts to really break out, CDE is going to go mental. Um, And that's really cool because it's worth the most. It was always worth the most. I was never able to trim it down to the value of the others, and now it's really it's worth almost double some of the other silver stocks. I absolutely love CDE, and this is super strong. It's being re-rated by the markets for sure. Heckler, one of the ones that were recently suffered a massive earnings drop. That's just been creeping up. Did okay yesterday, down 3%. Not the best, but still, given Nico's down 10, that's okay. Today we'll probably test 5.2. Who knows, 5.4. That's going to encounter serious resistance. I think this is the weakest silver stock out of them all. Well, actually, maybe not. EXK close at low of day. This one just looks like it wants to go down. Down 6%, and all the others are down 1, 2, 3. Close at low of day. Um, Even silver can't save this one. This one, I'm happy I've avoided this one. This one's worth very, very little to me. It's the weakest one, the one I need to add to, and I've done very well to avoid adding to it because it looks like it really wants to go to 3. If it goes to 3, I'll add to it. So I'll be happy to do so. Mag Silver, crazy, because I'm watching gold drop huge, like 3% flash crash early yesterday, and I've got Mag Silver plus 15% pre-market on news, like above 19.2. That was wild. So I was trimming that one at 18.99 pre-market, and then down it goes, basically to retest support because that's resistance. It could continue lower. It shouldn't, especially with silver popping today and gold. It should bounce from here, but I'd love it to go low. I'd buy some back. I'd never buy back a stock like this that's broken out, but on news coming all the way down, it's a very good buy. Anyway, the point is, yesterday I added to the quality gold, gold only, seniors and mid tiers, the best of the best. Well, I think the best of the best, because you just take advantage of a massive drop, but you know that it can go lower. I see the ascending support in gold and the miners, and a lot of the individual miners have the same sort of chart. So I'm still greedy enough to wait for low prices, but I'm very happy to add. Today it was not, it was a strong nibble. Sorry, yesterday a strong nibble in the gold stocks. It wasn't like little nibbling, it was, in like 10% for me, 10%. Adding 10% is quite a big hit, like a nice injection of capital. But I'm leaving, 5%, letting them go down 5, 10% more before I hit my next tranche of ammunition. So let's see. Silver stocks, I'm just holding. I'm just holding. They're worth less than they used to, but I want to see how silver reacts to the market going down, and I've got enough in them to enjoy good capital appreciation. So let's see. Gold and silver really getting used to how they're different. All right, good luck out there.